Once you're qualified, they didn't attend the last major. Imagine they took a little bit of vacation after their amazing performance at the
10 seconds.
PGL major over in Singapore. Pick up
5
gyrocopter here on
seconds.
Team Unknown. I hope we don't see that stats build.
Neph, I don't want
I
to
mean,
disappoint you, but
It is Dire's band.
we're going to see
we're
that
probably
stats
gonna
build.
look at what the rocket barrage did yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. It was very good. It owned.
Mhm. The Axe ended up getting such an early vanguard, then just completely turned it around by just rocket barraging him down because he didn't have boots.
They
He's
literally
like,
lost the
well,
game after that, actually, because the gyrocopter ended up getting 3 kills top lane on all 3 cores.
5 seconds
And
remain.
there was just their team just completely fell apart. Like, they had no plays after that. They were so far ahead, too. That was such a throw.
well, Hikori's just good. What can I say?
Radiant's band.
All right, last band's coming out here. They get rid of the Invoker on the side of Fúria, so I guess just wanting to take that one out. Don't want to worry about these big plays coming out from him. You already have great initiation in the form of Clockwork. You've team
10
fight with
seconds
Axe, the
remaining.
Gyrocopter. Invoker would be like a okay way of setting up or
5
disengaging these fights
seconds.
and defending towers, I suppose. I guess you need something that can defend towers and you're playing against the Leshrac here, right? The
Yeah,
Templar Assassin.
absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm. Do you think this is going to be Leshrac in the mid, off lane, or safe lane? You can run it basically anywhere, I feel.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things I was going to mention. The fact that you have TA Lesh, both heroes can play mid and safe lane. Lesh can also play the off lane. So you have very flexible lanes between the cores specifically. Safe lane Templar is actually not bad against the Axe if they decide to run the Axe there, which I mean it probably has to be at this point. So I could see them running this in the safe lane or the Leshrac in the safe lane and then just picking up the corresponding core for whatever they want here.
Mhm.
What makes Unknown's bans here really difficult.
Yeah, because you're not sure what who they're putting where. You've got absolutely no idea. Dragonite has still made it through, by the way. You could just pick that up, put him in the off lane, put Templar Assassin safe, Leshrac mid, or you could put Leshrac off, DK mid, TA safe.
It is Dire's
Neff,
The
you're
world's
getting
your oyster here.
I was like you're exposing pretty much every possible reality.
It is Radiant's band.
They call me the young Doctor Strange, and that's as far as I'm going to go into that one before I get his DMCA'd.
Dr. Strange, I think is
Yeah, Strange.
yeah.
Wait, can I be Doctor Weird Guy?
I think you don't have to apply for that one. I think you might already have that one.
I didn't qualify for the PhD. I'm just Mr. Weird Guy.
Oh shoot. They ban out Puck and then the Morphling. So Batrider ban here, quite nice. Obviously deals with TA. Most likely leading to the TA in the mid lane then,
5 seconds.
if that's the case. But Furia, obviously, their last pick here might provide a little bit more insight as to where these heroes are going. Or none at all if they pick Dragonite.
Yes. Show me the Dragonite. Come on. Anime protagonist. We got to see it here. Just completely throw around where we think these heroes are going to go.
They don't have much
It
to
would be
follow up DK Blink Stun, though, is the thing. So I'd imagine it to be more of...
Well, yes, they do. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, not like when I think like DK nowadays, like you see him with like a support who's just like ready to go. But I guess you can partner with like the Nyx assassin on Vendetta and stuff.
Or the Leshrac with the Split Earth. They've got so much. The world's their oyster here on Furia, Ricky.
I guess so, but they got 1 second left to pick.
I take the Ember Spirit. All right. Not helpful. We still don't exactly know where some of these heroes are going, but we'll figure that out soon. It'll probably be Ember in the mid lane, right?
I don't know. Honestly, you could run Ember safe lane. It's actually fine into Axe since his damage from Counter Helix is pure and you can actually push him out pretty heavily. You go ahead and respond with Razor. So mid lane Razor. It is going to be the Ember Spirit mid. Leo's going to take TA safe and an off lane Leshrac. Okay. This makes the most sense to me. This is where I would have expected the lanes to go. The TA safe lane has become kind of a staple at this point.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to pump out a lot of damage. both traps do feel a little bit awkward. I like the Razor pickup here. Your goal is just, okay, I'm going to ruin this Templar Assassin's game as the things go on here. So first item for him is probably going to be the Yules. Throw the static link on the Templar Assassin. Yules him up afterwards and try to take as much damage away from him as you can. Templar should probably grab an early Blink Dagger in order to deal with that. But a lot of time, you don't want to build Blink Dagger as your first item if you're playing safe lane Templar, right? Right? That sounds right.
Sorry, I accidentally hit the mute button there. Yeah, no, you almost always want Dragonlance, right? Like Dragonlance into like Deso. You almost never go the Blink Dagger on safe lane TA. You use the Aghanim Scepter as your way of like having mobility around the map. So I would expect to see that build instead.
Well, this should be interesting. It's very fun watching Clockwork gameplay, if nothing else. And again, we're going to see a lot more action at the start of this game based on how the warding goes at these starting camps here when they're playing against an Enchantress. I'm excited for this game.
You and me both, man. Game 1 was pretty interesting. I don't think a lot of people expected Furia to come out ahead. I mean, based on the odds just leading up to the game, a lot of people were expecting it to go the other way.
Big Furia fan here, though. Again, I had Brazilian food before we started. Sometimes you just know. All right. Gee, sorry. All right, we're back on track. Nick's Assassin boosted speed to start the game. He's just going to make a mad dash over here for the mid lane to place this Observer Ward. I don't think we're going to see the same level of action that we saw game number 1 at the start, though. 5 kills.
We can hope, dude. We can hope. Maybe we will. Unknown smoking up onto the other side. High ground ward. Going for the wraparound. Leo might walk right into this. And he definitely does. The enchant right on the money. Goes for the meld, but the immediate sentry instead. Nice 2-man stun in from the next assassin. Neph, you wanted a bloodbath. We got it. It's now 1-for-1 on the run. It's going to be the side of Unknown getting chased down by this Ember Spear with his Flame Guard. RDO has a stun here in 2 seconds. Wants to find this axe. Looks like he's going to be able to do so.
30 seconds and counting.
You gotta get the last hit. Yeah, can't let him get away.
Yeah, wanted to give that one up to the Ember, but unfortunately was not able. We'll still get a little bit of XP and gold here, but he was forced to go. I guess Flame Guard level 1 ain't so bad.
It's typically what you want, especially against the Razor mid lane. Like, you want to just try and shove the wave. Razor does not, you know, clear waves exceptionally well. He's just going to use Static Link to deny. So if you can push that wave in under tower, try to get level 2 early, you maybe stand a little bit of a better chance.
Yeah.
It's going to be 4 runes for the way of... Oh, and no. Clockwork managed to snipe 1. Okay.
All right. Yeah, you just GG out when you give up 4 runes at the start.
Actually,
so it works.
Run it back, go next. We'll see you guys later.
Wait, there is no nag. This would be game 2 victory for Furia. Next tournament. We'll go next tournament.
Yes, of course.
Anyways, going to start with the, we got the homing missile here. Ooh, managed to connect that stun there on the Clockwork scope. Going to make it a little bit trickier for him to run down the left track.
Sin's expectation.
Curious how this mid lane's going to go. And he did exactly that. He just kind of shoved in, got quick level 2. He picks up Searing Chains, actually, to be able to break that static link, which is not something you ever see. I can't remember the last time I saw a level 2 Searing Chains. Oh, it didn't even work! So ends up losing 29 damage here from the Razor.
Yeah, it would be nice if he just drops the Searing Chains, then heads back in. You do go Searing Chains in, like, some matchups. I don't mind it here. You might just put a second point into it early on because it ends up doubling the damage from 75 to 50. Then 2 seconds, I think, will be enough to walk away. He got Boots of Speed at the start of this one as well, so he's just looking to break these links.
Yeah, it makes the most sense. I've seen a lot of Razors actually kind of like skip Plasma Field in side lanes and get like extra points in Storm Surge. But in the mid lane, you do need that Plasma Field to be able to, you know, counter out the Ember's lane push. So, as well as maybe grab that Flame Guard. But once he has level 2 Flame Guard, I don't know if he can even take it down.
No, he won't be able to unless you catch him. I think on the max damage 115, 115. Yeah, you can take it down a level 2. You catch him at the very end, but I don't think Ember will allow him to do that.
A lot of stolen damage coming in here from the Razor. 2 points in the static link this time, so he gets 72. You got negative damage on the Ember right now.
You hit the enemies, they just heal up, right?
Yeah, that's how it works. Dude,
Wouldn't
imagine
that be
doing that to
something?
like mess with the Razor's last hits, where he just like goes to last hit something and you heal your own creep instead.
Yeah. Don't put me in charge of patches, please. I beg you.
Someone get neph clearance, get him patches. Mid lane, he's still doing.
This reward.
He's dropping his treads in the middle of the lane here on Black Soul. Or I'm sorry, his boots. Did you see that, neph? Did you see it?
On Black Soul or on...
On Ember. He just dropped his boots in the middle of the lane and danced on them while getting attacked by the Razor. Which, I mean, you gotta be pretty bold because he could have very well just hit the boots instead. And then I feel like your game's over. Razor doing really well here.
His game feels pretty difficult to begin with here. And boots or no boots. He's finally got his healing salve here on the Ember Spirit. I mean, it came, or his bottle. It came out pretty late because, yeah, see, if you're max range, you can burn through that.
Bottom lane, they do find Nyx Assassin inside these cogs. Nice impale into the splitter. They turn it around and blow up the gyro instead. Well played there by RDO.
This reward transcends expectation.
Gyrocopter going down, 3 kills in the way of Furia here, and now on the Ember Spirit, forced to move back to his bounty rune, grab that. RDO, unfortunately, can't stop the Razor from getting the bottle, but they might get the kill here.
Does pump that water rune, but the spiked carapace gets the kill. 200 gold there for the Nyx, and a lot of XP going to be going the way of the Ember Spirit as well. And he might lose like most of this mid wave.
I don't think so. It's going to take too long for this wave to be shoved into the tower. I mean, he's trying his best to get it to the tower before the Razor responds, but he's not going to be able to. It will, however, be able to grab this water in pretty uncontested, but Razor originally winning this lane. I'm going to switch over to net worth real quick. And yeah, actually ahead of him now on the Ember Spirit, about 200 gold up. Got the space that he needed there, and he will get level 6 off of the small camp too.
Moonlight on the Enchantress top lane, just having some fun, but ends up feeding that Satyr Tormentor on over to Leo, which is kind of a big deal. Bottom lane, though, rotation in from the Ember. Is trying to chase down the Clockwork here. Does have a Sleight of Fist available, but it is only level 1. Oh my gosh, the Rocket Barrage, super annoying. And now Ember, he doesn't have mana to get out. He just got baited super hard for this. The counter tip, oh no.
You hate to see it.
I mean, I love to see it, Dev. I don't know what you're talking about. This is perfect. The salt is flowing in this game.
I mean, the advantage is going in one direction or the other. It's a lot of fun to watch happen in the mid lane here. He will be able to move around the map pretty easily and find kills. But, alright, he pops the... He's going to try to run at the Raze and do a little bit of harass here with his Flame Guard, but Enchantress is coming here, breaking that Flame Guard with the enchant.
They're going to get a decent chunk of damage out for this. Will be forced to remnant away, but they're now turning their attention on over to Leo, who's just getting so much damage drained as well. Your TA's just been forced out of top completely. We haven't even talked about this. The Axe Enchantress lane has just absolutely demolished the safe lane here from Furia.
Mid lane was so interesting that I didn't get the opportunity to look over there in the top lane, even though I feel like that's pretty crucial to the state of this game. I was talking about that one.
Another kill going his way.
Yeah, and that's going to be the money he needs for his Vanguard. And he'll have Boots of Speed before long here too. Doesn't have the catapult under the tower, but look at 2 creep waves here. Oh my god, they lose RDO.
They're crumbling, neph.
Trickster's rune of illusion.
I mean, kinda. There's a 1k net worth advantage right now. You are somewhat weak here in the laning phase. The Nyx Assassin doesn't really have a place to go. Oh my god, mid lane. Yeah. He's pretty low here, just to the creeps here on the Ember Spear. I thought he was dropping. Clockwork scouting him out.
We'll get the D ward. Nicely done.
Yep.
And top tier 1 goes down, right? That's the help of the Enchantress. Axe, obviously, almost level 7, just 2 full levels above this TA. This is really rough. I did not think this lane would be that bad, but I have to imagine a lot of this was a result of the Enchantress.
Yeah. Again, so focused here on the mid lane, we didn't get to see how that one went, but a lot of the time, Enchantress is able to win the lane for the carry if you don't have proper ward set down on the camp.
Net worth-wise, Gyro is having a fantastic time bottom. I mean, he is leaps and bounds further ahead of this TA. 700 gold, in fact, followed by the 2 other cores here on Unknown. Much better start to the lanes, to the early game here from them. First Spirit might be in some trouble here. He does get a Remnant out, but again, lacks the mana. Saved, though, for a moment. Does need to be a little careful. We'll go ahead and finally jump on out.
He's going to drop the Remnant to TP back to base. Just gets off the cooldown now. And they go on the Enchantress at the same time, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to find her.
I mean, both your supports are level 4. You don't have any damage coming out of these heroes. Like Wyvern, all you really have is Arctic Burn, and then when that's on cooldown, you can't really do a whole lot here.
Speaking of, he put 2 points into the Arctic Burn for something. Oh my god, he might just drop to the Enchantress here. Duster's very low. Alright, never mind. They're turning this around.
That's a nice find, at least. Going their way.
Yep. Now Ember's going to use the Flame Guard to clear up this triple stack here.
Clockwork might have baited Sexy Fat here in the bottom lane, and it looks like he has. Is another kill goes the way of this Gyrocopter.
3-1-0 now. 72 last hit. This guy's having an incredible game. Net worth, he's at 4.6k here at 9 minutes in. That is absolutely insane.
And he's not going the stats build. He wants to fight, right? He's got 2 points Rocket Barrage. He's got his call down already. And we've seen, you know, it's allowed him to pick up some big kills so far.
It's a
2-man
guard.
Searing Chains. Oh,
yeah,
and it's gone.
Yeah. This feels so rough for the Ember Spirit. The moment you try to initiate on the enemy, you put all these points into Flame Guard as well. He started maxing out Sleight of Fist, didn't put that last point into Flame Guard because I guess he realized, okay, well, I'm just countered, I guess.
Just getting camped by the Enchantress, you know? What can you do?
Well, this game sucks. Searing Chains up in...
I don't know if they can do this. They will find the Arcane Rune, which is quite nice, but they need to back off. In the jungle, Clockwork just dies, but Missile chasing down RDO in the mid lane. Doesn't have Spike Carapace, but he's underneath his tower. Top lane, though, they do find Axe. A nice pick off there by TA and this Ember Spirit.
2 points in the belt. She's got absolutely no armor. He's going for Desolator next. He ended up going to Dragonlance like you were talking about. And a lot of the heroes on the side of Fúria are playing pretty close together. This has been a interesting game as far as where all the kills are happening. 5-7 here, only 10 minutes in. 12 kills so far.
Casual Courier there, going the way of the Ember. He's just cutting the wave mid. Will lose his Flame Guard thanks to Moonlight there on the Enchantress, but he's got a Remnant out, so he's not really too worried.
This is so frustrating when you're Ember Spirit. Just the moment you try to clear out things fast with your Flame Guard, it just gets broken. He's going to go for Maelstrom here because he realizes he is not shoving in waves with his Enchantress in the game.
Not at all. Bottom lane, nice wave pull here off the Gyrocopter, getting this tower to take down this catapult. Now the question is, can they actually take down Gyro? Because this would be huge.
Where's my pension?
Does hit the Impale. Sexy Fat, is he close enough? Trying to get in range for the Split Earth. Knife body blocks, and they get him. It's going to be 4 heroes surrounding the Gyros to get that kill. Going the way of the Ember Spirit as well. Great setup there by the Nyx.
Yep. Slowing down his game is very important because he's at the top of the net worth. He's at 5.7k right now, so give Templar Assassin a little bit of time to catch up. Almost 1,000 XP going the way of Fúria as well for finding that kill with all those heroes, and they'll grab the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane, hopefully. Sexy Dragon pop the Diabolic Edict. Clockwork has been playing very deep in the jungle, basically all game here. He's gotten picked off, I guess earlier, like pretty deep into the Dire Triangle. But this is pretty aggressive positioning here. I don't think they're going to see this one coming. He's going to throw a hook shot out from behind to the tier 1 tower, the mid lane onto the Ember Spirit, I think.
You do have level 6 on Duster now, though, and the Razor is just completely out of mana as the Nyx Assassin just chases him down. He does have 16 wand charges, though, so he could get a spell or two off with the bottle as well, but I don't think Furia will ever want to engage right now. If they find like a pickoff, they'll take it, but for the most part, they just need to farm up. The TA now finally taking the top net worth position, despite having what was one of the worst starts we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, if the team's stacking for you, you're able to go to the jungle and farm up ancient stacks pretty quickly at basically any phase of this game. Once you have the Desolate, you'll be able to burst these heroes down as well. Axe doesn't have a whole lot of armor to work with, as we saw earlier. But everybody's playing pretty tight together right now. The side of, I guess, both these squads.
Oh, RDO does find the clockwork. Split Earth comes out to follow up, and they'll finally take him down. Like you said, he's playing super aggressive on the high ground there, but didn't have a sentry down until it was too late.
Other heroes on Unknown are going to back up now. Gyrocopter's back into his triangle. They can somehow get something off of this one, but I just don't see them be able to take this mid one tower. They're defending mid tower. They're defending it too hard here on Unknown. So 13 minutes, despite all the heroes on Furia playing so close to that mid lane, they aren't able to go for that push. Valkyrie not going to go for hearts this game. Instead, he's going to go for the Blink Dagger on Axe. That was the issue last game, right? Not enough hearts.
Yeah, I think you just needed another one, maybe two. Would have solved the answer, I think. Over here at the top river, it's gonna be a haste rune. Okay, I mean that's a big pickup if they can get it. But RDO, oh, just an Invis Razor walks up and he yoinks it. Nice hook shot on the backside. They find the Winter Wyvern, the blink, and the call from the Axe. They will execute their first kill, and now able to jump away on the Ember Spirit. They might be able to disengage her on the side of Furia. A beautiful start to that fight here for Unknown.
Would love to be able to get something more off of this. Both teams have been hanging around the mid. I'm getting frustrated watching this. They've been hanging around the mid lane, both these teams, for the last 15 minutes now, just kind of standing off. Neither team able to have a decisive enough victory. I talk for a living. Decisive enough victory to take a tier 1 tower.
Oh no, RTO. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
What can you do?
Wasabi used the trusty shovel and dug up a kobold, and he vendetted the kobold underneath the gyrocopter instead.
Wait, oh.
I'm not even kidding. He just instantly executed the kobold and was like, well, I guess I TP now. Oh,
that kobold is super dead, though.
That kobold is super dead. Yeah.
I didn't catch the start of that one. Unlucky.
It was quite funny. Again, they're just shoving everything into these mid lanes, but Sexy Fat is here to protect the tower, and he's just got Duster as well as Leo sitting behind him. Neither team will give up their mid tower.
We'll see if they can find something else other than a Cobalt with his next vendetta.
They actually saw RDO coming. They did have Ward Sentry that scouted him.
Move back over here to the mid lane, it looks like. Could catch out Black Soul. Wasabi as well. Getting on either of these targets would be big, but unfortunately teamed a little bit too far away to line this one up.
Pick up a DD on the Ember bottom.
Yeah.
Vendetta comes out. They catch Gyro. The question is there follow-up? Go ahead and get the Winter's Curse, but a great call on the backside from the Axe to delay the fight. And Gyro, he's steeping his ground, but finally ends up taking down there to that Leshrek. Hookshot on the backside finds Leo, but Sexy Fat and this Ember Spirit are just doing way too much work. They take down 4 heroes here on Unknown, and they're going to continue the chase. Slight chains on the mark. Leo, with one more Meld Strike, gets a triple kill. What a timing on the Deso as he walks right into Roshan.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. The Desolator completed ended up pumping out so much damage there. The Ember Spirit's damage on his Slate of Fist amped as well. He had a DD for that fight, too. I mean, that was like best case scenario. Axe almost managed to turn that fight around with that call. I don't think they were expecting quite that angle to come in from the Axe, but just still not enough. Gyrocopter not tanking enough to survive some of this. I think maybe once he's got a little bit more stats resistance, he'll be able to hold his ground, but in the last team fight, he just ended up getting bursted down. Oh, they got
He
the
got it
roast
on
kill.
Clockwork.
Oh my
Ember
God. Razor-
punished for leaving, going back to base, it seems, but maybe they grab the Razor, and they do. Leo gonna get blink called here, loses the Aegis right away. RDO rotating in. He's got to offer some help. They know he has a sentry now, but he's able to jump onto the gyro. They get their first kill. Clockwork goes down. Can they bring down the gyro? It's a big one. They don't even stand a chance here on Unknown. Falling one by one as the backside of the fight. Sexy Fat finds the axe. 4 more heroes go down, neph.
You lose the Aegis. You didn't get the kill on Roshan. You lose a lot from that. You lose 4 heroes in return, though. I don't know what to make of that one. I guess Furia came out on top there, but
What do you mean?
got
I guess they
for
got
sure.
like a 2K gold swing and a mid tower.
Yeah, but they're incredibly embarrassed after that.
Oh, you're right. It's more of the moral victory of getting Roche, I suppose.
Yeah. Unknown's probably laughing after that one. I mean,
Yes.
you're laughing more as like the entire enemy team is dead. But you're definitely laughing after these Rocket players steal their blue shot.
I suppose.
All right, we're going to take a minute to finish up a couple more of these items. This is the Aghanim Scepter on the Templar Assassin that we talked about, which will give her basically total map control. Another 1,100 gold, and then that one will be completed.
Definitely
Ember
a
Spirits-
fair and balanced item.
Yeah, Ever Spirit's going for Kaya Sanj here. The status resistance is pretty important for both these squads. I mean, being able to get out of the clock, the call here from the axe before you get bursted down, I think is the most important thing. Gyrocopter as well needs that Sanj and Yasha before he's able to take another fight. And he's going to go for the Sanj first. The chain stun ability that you have on Furia is just absolutely insane. And that's what they originally started the initiation onto the... no fight breaking out here. That's what they originally started the initiation before the first fight around the Roche pit with the Nexus Assassin. He just pops the Spike Carapace because he knows he's going to get the Spike Carapace stun off on him because of the Aghanim Scepter on the gyro. And because that lack of status resistance, like you can wait 5 seconds for the Leshrac TP to complete before getting the Split Oath off, and Enchantress is gone.
A little bit of BM here from Ember Spirit as he's intentionally botting blocking her in Invis, so she knows he is there. And still manages to find the kill as the rest of his team ends up closing the gap there.
Yeah, drop the loser on him as he goes down as well.
Furia is, you know, they're trying to prove something here today.
I'm Furia's new biggest fan.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
This is the America's Street Dota, as we like to refer to it as. Aghanim Scepter
Street
completed
Dota.
here on TA. And queues up that shard immediately after, and now suddenly your whole map shrinks as this hero has no limits. You know, despite the fact that it says it has a 30-second cooldown, I'd like to inform everyone that it in fact only has a 10-second cooldown. One of those tooltips that we don't know which one's the intended result, but we'll find out one of these days. And lane, nice hookshot comes in, finds the Winter Wyvern. He's trying to get the Cold Embrace off. He finally does, and it does catch the gyro, but there's no one there to offer any assistance. So far, 1-for-1 trade as they take down the Leshrac, but he buys back into the game. Your TA just joining the fight. Gyrocopter rooted in place, nowhere to TP out, and they're gonna fall one by one once again. Moonlight cannot keep himself alive. Duster actually manages to survive the whole fight. It's just the Lesh and the Nyx that go down.
Nice start. I mean, I think this is the beginning of the end here for Unknown. I'm not sure how you fight into them at this point. You end up losing these towers so quickly. You do have Fortify available. I think it's going to save your tier 3 from going down here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But as soon as, yeah, they're going to save it for this next Diabolic Edict, I feel.
You have
going to be
to.
up into
You absolutely have to.
Dire structures.
Yeah, that's what they're waiting for. So they'll be forced to get back here. They won't get the tier 3 tower, but they'll get mighty close. Using the town portal scroll instead of the psionic projection on the Templar Assassin. And she's just back onto the Clockwork.
Yep. She actually TP'd to base and then didn't pick up the shard by mistake and then projected back bottom. So now the courier's flying the shard back. A little mistake there by Leo, but still able to find another kill in the mid lane.
Yeah. Look at Moonlight. He just got no HP. What? 1,020 HP at max. They don't even need to wait for this next Roshan with all this aggression. They're just diving tier 3 towers without a care in the world.
There's going to be a little bit before it's up, but yeah, I agree with you. Ember Spirit does have the Kaya Sange completed, like you were talking about, queuing up the Aghanim Scepter, which I really like this game. Oh, Clockwork found in the mid lane. Winner's Curse. They just walk away. They're just not going to stop, and now Leo's back into the fight, breaking this Axe's Blink Dagger up on the backside as well, thanks to these Side Blades. Oh my god, the range.
I wanted to talk about win probability here for a moment, but we just had nonstop action the last couple of minutes.
Ooh, it's a high percentage neph.
Yeah, it's 94% right now on Dota Plus, 6% for the Radiant.
I mean, they're smoking out Unknown here, going into the bottom side of the jungle, but I don't know if they're going to be able to find an actual kill here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm not sure. I mean, Sexy found a little bit out of position. They got
He gets
vision
the
of
call.
him.
He finds Lesh. Can they actually get the kill, though, is the question. It looks like it. He is all alone. Cold Embrace. Wait a minute. Winter Wyvern. The healing is absurd. He's able to keep himself in the game for the time being, but the BKB from Razor's too much. They finally bring him down in a hook shot. Gonna punish this Wyvern. Now in comes Leo. Finding kill after kill, detonating these traps, and one more auto attack from downrange. Backside of the fight, Axe is alone, tries to go for the call TP, but it's not going to be enough. One hero left, it's the Clockwork, but nothing can escape Furia's wrath as they clean up another 5.
Miles away.
You've got Beyond Godlike Breeze on 2 heroes right now on the side of Furia. That's how you know you're in for rough times. Working on the second chapter here on Ember Spirit, but Leo style, like you said, he's got free reign of this map, not a care in the world. They couldn't even finish off that Leshrac fast enough, despite him being so far from his team. Duster managed to get in there, get the Cold Embrace off, hit him with the Holy Locket as well.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah, what a hero. Cold Embrace Holy Locket is something else. That Lesh got... I wish we could see healing in fight recaps. That's one of the things I wish would eventually be added. Healing would be quite nice.
Fight recaps, yeah.
Just to
Just
see
to
right
see,
there
like, how
that
much-
Duster did like 4k healing and 1 ability would have been pretty sick.
Well, I mean, we can look at death recap to see how much like damage somebody took before they ended up going down, and I think yeah, I ended up taking I think like 4,000 damage on the Leshrac.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, they're going up into the triangle. An immediate winner's curse in from Duster, and now with the Ember Spirit zoning out the back line, a great 2-man impale. They're trying to just take down the supports first. Haven't got them quite yet, but with the rotation in front of the Leshrac, they will be able to find their first kill, and now it's Moonlight on the run. Valky here on this Axe might be able to go and get a nice 2-man call, but you're all alone, and immediate Yules being able to interrupt it. Black Soul comes in with a nice static link. The BKB trying to chase down these heroes, but he even tries to retreat. It's just Gyro getting beat down. 4 more heroes die. Unknown just crumbling here under the pressure of Furia, and they call the GG, the immediate disconnect. They want out.
That's some solo right there. A quick 2-0 victory. The game on Brazil servers even easier for Furia, showing off that open qualifier teams, they're just built different, Ricky.
They are indeed.
But you gotta run that gauntlet, you know, bonds are forged. That's how true men qualify for these things. They go through the opens. Invites, those are for wimps.
Yep, absolutely.
It's pretty consistent result between these closed qualifier teams so far, or sorry, the open qualifier teams so far. Yesterday we saw them pull out ahead, and today as well, Fear absolutely dominating Team Unknown here. I mean, look at these stats. KHB had Templar Assassin had such a bad game at the start of this one.
He was so poor early on, and then just suddenly starts getting a bunch of stacks cleared. Like you can see around 7-8 minutes, all 3 net worth belong to Unknown, and then it just flips as 15 minutes comes around. TA just has a pretty sizable lead on the rest of these heroes and just gets worse and worse from there. But I mean, look at the scores: 12-1 and 20, 12-1 and 2 from both Leo and this Ember Spirit. Like, it was just such an incredible play from both of them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they were trying to play pretty deep in the enemy territory. I think Clockwork was trying to get a lot of sentry wards down and whatnot in the enemy jungle, but they're always there in RDO. They're playing very close together, not giving them the opportunity to snowball off of this victory. And despite the fact that Valkyrie had such a great start to this game, they managed to stay cool, calm, and collected on Furia and turn the game around. So shout out to them. It's not easy being able to turn the game around after the post laning phase that quickly, but they managed to pull it off. Great work to Furia. I'm excited to see them going forward in this tournament.
Yeah, no joke at all. And after this, we do have another series coming. It's going to be Infamous versus Simply 2 Base. So some other very popular teams from each region. Very excited to see how they do head to head. But we're going to be going to a small break before we go to that game. Neph, any final thoughts?
Congratulations to Furia making it to the Open Qualifiers and great showing. I'm expecting that they're going to be a team that's making it to the main tournament after that last performance. It will, of course, be 4 teams eliminated and 4 teams qualifying for this one. So good luck to them going forward, and very excited to see Simply 2 Base perform. I'm a big fan of them. Only supporter pack I bought.
Only supporter pack? All right, very nice. All right, everyone, stay tuned for for our second series today here on the Loot Bet Pro Series 7. We'll see you in just a bit.